prophesied the downfall of America, also spiritually known as Babylon, Sodom and Gomorrah, and Egypt. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Mashiach Yahushua. Okay, double honors to the elders, the GMS. Okay, we want to say peace to you brothers that speak truth and sincerity. All right.
All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 21. For after that in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by foolish wisdom knew not the Most High.
Right. He said after the wisdom of the Most High gave you his wisdom. His wisdom is the law, statutes, and commandments. But it said after him, read that again.
For after that in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by foolish...
Keep going.
Salaki. For after in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High.
The world by wisdom knew not the Most High. Okay? If people don't know the Most High, because if you knew the Most High, you wouldn't be out here acting like faggots. Okay? Dropping bombs on innocent people across the world. You wouldn't have stole this land from North American Indians, so evidently you have no wisdom of the Most High. Alright?
It is pleased by the Most High, by the foolishness of preaching, to save them that believe.
See, the Most High said, basically, you look like fools to you people out here, but this pleases the Most High. Why? For the Most High is looking for fishers. The Most High is looking for warriors. Alright? A man ain't gonna be here behind a wall telling you lies. We out here giving to you raw. Alright? We ain't asking for no money, we don't want no charity. You care less if you agree. Alright? And once we tell you what's supposed to happen, what's gonna go down, whether you here for a bear, the blood is on fire hands. Alright? Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord.
Most I say you're gonna send for many fishers. That's what we're doing right now. Alright? You looking for me out here? We're gonna obey the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, but first and foremost, you have to be from the tribe on this sign right here. Okay? So-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. You can prove that through anthropology, history, okay? Archaeology, and through the Bible. Hell, we can prove it through DNA. Most High said the Hebrew Israelites are going to be above all nations on the face of the earth. Go ahead.
Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them.
Right.
And after I will send for many hunters.
After he will send for many hunters. Now right now we're looking for the 144,000. That's going to be the 144 soldiers the Most High going to use to destroy the world. You think it's a game. That's why they get all these movies out handcuffed. Okay? Superman, Spider-Man. They say in order for you to have a good movie, you got to know the Bible. Alright? So the 144,000 going to be ripping you people apart like the Hulk. That's what we out here looking for. Fishermen, then we going to turn into hunters.
And they shall hunt them for every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock.
Right. Like the rock now, you want to build the birds. Okay, they got underground caves. So they know that it's going to be thermonuclear destruction coming to America. They can care less about you peons out here. Alright?
That's right.
We're going to go in the clefts of the rock. We're going to go down, hold on brother, we're going to go down into the holes of the earth. We're going to dig them out these caves, man. Right? Matter of fact, they got the heart machines that actually did it to treatment. Yeah. Because if you think about it, people say they heard explosions go off before it actually flooded coming in from the lake.
And you can see this colorful rainbow type structure of the clouds, and you go into right towards the point where the hurricane will all take the stage.
True.
Yeah, true. You're right.
All
right.
man, all is
Oh no,
stage.
no, this is all on my Facebook page, dude. They're already trying to get me on, man. Like you said, we all consider terrorists.
That's good, man.
All I do on Facebook.
That's good.
Well, can I ask you a question? What is your father?
Huh?
What is your father?
What do you mean what's my father?
Like what nationality?
I'm from the U.S. Virgin Islands, Rastafarian.
Oh, so you from the Virgin Islands?
Yeah.
The VI, that's the same island as Dominican Republic, right?
That's next to it.
Next to
U.S.
it?
territory, then
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, then
Alright, well basically, I think he's from the tribe of Simeon, because that's That's on Dominican.
Simeon. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Simeonite. You're
He's
Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because they say that this is Christ. This is not Christ. Because
He's a black man living in the Bible.
no.
He couldn't survive.
And on top of that,
No melanin.
Even if you read at the Bible, it gives you two descriptions of how he looked in the Old Testament and the New Testament. He looks nothing like this. Okay?
Fabrication.
Yeah. This
Cedric Borgia.
Yeah, this is Cedric Borgia. This is an actual man that lived.
Hey, let's see this.
And you want to know something? They're using the Caucasian race to suppress the entire planet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you know what though? It goes deeper than that. The Most High used him to chastise his own people. So the Most High is the king. The king not gonna come with strong and handle business. The king is gonna send people. That's why he used the most violent nation on the earth to put us in slavery.
Right here.
To prove a point that he will raise up a rock just to show his power. You know?
Violent race.
In the world, man. Because they the devil according to the Bible.
According to the Bible, the Most High hates
The Most High
the Bible says
declared them
that
as the devil.
How can you be naturally from this planet with the sun from the space?
Exactly.
The brother just said it. How can you be naturally from this planet but the sun burns?
Exactly.
Everything on the earth needs the sun to survive, but the sun attacks him.
Because he made them that way. He made them that way. Because he hates them. He hates them.
Hey, that go I'm an Egyptian. Who be walking with the enemy? That's the same dude.
Yeah.
Yup.
But bro, I like that, man.
I like that, man.
You got knowledge, man. I like that, man. For real. Alright.
You guys keep this shit up, man.
Yeah. We got to, man. Hey,
it's coming soon,
And like
man.
you mentioned 144,000 out, they're like, how they showing out these pictures. Like, oh my God, you guys are the Disney boys.
Yeah.
They're basically showing you superhumans about
That's what we looking for. The 144,000. Those gonna be like superheroes, dude.
And the Most High will need 144,000 men
To destroy the whole world.
To repopulate the whole planet. That's what I'm saying. The Most High can destroy. Matter of fact, one angel can flip the whole earth over in one time. One angel can do that. What makes you think the Most High won't destroy the world? Because the Most High,
Hey man, you sleeping with my wife? What's up, man? You sleeping with my wife, man? Fuck you, I'm sleeping with your wife.
But yeah, though, like I was saying though, man. The Most High, he can repopulate the whole nation of Israel with 144,000 men. That's all he needs. So think about it. There's over 7 billion some people on this earth, but he only gonna reserve 144,000 men and 1/3 like the women and children of those people.
12,000 out of each tribe. 12,000 Negroes.
Out of each tribe.
So-called Negroes. 12,000 so-called West Indians, so on and so forth.
Yeah, you know the Northern Kingdom and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's what we looking for.
That's what we looking for, and that's what we out here fishing for. 144,000. You know what I mean?
But I gotta figure y'all some love. The last time we met, I don't know, I was rapping or something.
You alright?
Yeah.
But I don't know if we left on a good foot. These brothers again, man. I respect what y'all doing.
Hey, I mean,
Hey, we gonna come out here regardless.
That's my
heart, that's why I don't know how.
You was doing a little drinking.
It's alright.
I'm
alright.
You know, I accept your apology. You know, but it takes a man.
Yeah, for real, bro. I love, bro. You just had a little bit too much to drink.
I'm really not that guy. I'm feeling good. Family, probably my aunties, somebody, and be like, I'm sorry. I hate that I do that. I shouldn't do that.
That's alright, bro.
Yeah, man. Y'all some righteous brothers, dog.
Alright, bro.
Hey, one love, man.
December 31st. Obama, he signed the National Defense Authorization Act.
That guy, you can't read, man.
He's not our people, though.
No, he's not. Hold on. Ever since 9/11, everybody in the United States has been a domestic terrorist. Okay?
Yeah, that's
so right now, if you preach the Bible, you're a terrorist. If you say the United States is actually going to plant terror attacks against their own people, you're a terrorist. You get what I'm saying?
If you say vaccinations are evil, you're a terrorist.
Wait a minute.
If you say fluoride in the water, you're a terrorist.
Hold on. They say if you have more than 2 weeks worth of food in your house,
you're a terrorist.
Bro. You can't stockpile nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Because they want you to rely on them.
Yeah,
but like I said, people look at us like we crazy because we tell them the truth. Because they've been taught so many lies, they're comfortable with it.
The brainwash night, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And one thing that people in this world are afraid of is change.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a big change when the Most High come back.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But think about it. Really? Look at these people. You really think they took us down by themselves? They can't even stand underneath the sun. The Most High gave them the power to do that, man. For 1,000 years they were living in caves, man. And that's in history. You know? And let's get back to the subject at hand, though. You know, I don't want to go on too far. The spirit, you know what I'm saying? You know,
While we was in, we had politics, drinking up like God bless.
Yeah. Matter of fact, They say the caveman is still a fire. We had fire in our kingdom way before y'all was even in the mountain. But that's lies. You know what I'm saying?
Them boys.
Yeah, man. King David pushed them up to the Caucasus Mountain. That's why they call themselves Caucasians.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Hey, man. Hey, the Most High. Hey, the Most High sitting here, man, as a confirmation, man, that what we doing is not in vain. Everything we doing, man, is for real, bro. You know?
They're not. When we talking the other day, we was like, hold the Most High, send somebody up here.
You said that, didn't you?
I said
and
that.
what happened?
And look, he sent him up
The
there.
Lord heard you. I told
He heard
you,
me,
man.
man. We been dealing nothing but drunk. I say the other day, I say, hold the Most High, send somebody up here who got knowledge. Look, he sent you up there.
Exactly. And bro, it's hard to find brothers out here, man. That's you know, that's from our tribes, man. That's in his knowledge. You know? Yeah. But you know who you are according to the Bible, right? When you were Hebrew Israelite, you said you from the Virgin Islands, you know, that's next to the Dominican Republic. I state, to the best of my knowledge, you from the tribe of Simeon. Okay? All these people on this sign right here, they are the chosen people of the Most High.
Definitely.
Yeah, because if you look in Deuteronomy chapter 28, Deuteronomy chapter 28 talks about all the curses and the gifts we would get. But it's one curse in there that only applies to one nation of people on the face of the earth, and nobody else applies to this curse. So this lets you know who the 28, yeah. It lets you know who the chosen people of the Most High are. And it's not those Jewish bastards in Israel. It's not. You know that.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again. The word Egypt is a Greek word. Okay. It's Egyptos or Egyptus, depending on your pronunciation, and that means bondage or slavery. Okay? Now read that again, brother.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He's not going to bring you into slavery again. All right, go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships, okay? Now what people on the face of the earth had a whole history went into slavery by ships? Okay?
Exactly.
Now keep going, brother.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And when he said we shall see it no more again, he's talking about the land of milk and honey. He's talking about Israel. Because that's our land. We're Hebrew Israelites. As according to the Bible, whenever father had a son, he would name a land or a city after him. Like the land of Israel once called the land of Canaan. Canaan was the son of Ham. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you know we're the Hebrew Israelites. And then when he said he wasn't gonna see it no more, he was gonna see the land of Israel. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
We shall be sold unto our enemies. Like on right here. We were sold unto our enemies. We was on auction block. Where is that? Down here at the bottom. Look, we right here on auction block. We were sold. Those Jewish bastards in Israel were never sold. That's how you know they're not the true people on the Most High.
They ain't going ship. That's one strike right there.
That's one strike. That's one ship. Two strikes. They wasn't sold.
You know, there's some of the major players and all this shit.
They are. Matter of fact, those Jewish bastards over there in Israel, they run the world banks.
Yeah.
How the hell the Most High say his people was gonna be poor in those last days? Give me Revelation chapter 2 and 9.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
They're funding all the wars.
Yeah. Matter of fact, check this out. They tell us that our own people sold us into slavery, right? But people don't know that those Jewish bastards today, they funded.
Yeah.
They own people with the ships. Those Arabs today who are Ishmaelites, they're the ones who actually built the ship.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who built the ships, and those Hamites who are the Africans today are the ones who rounded us up. Because it's a term today that we use. To catch a nigga, you need a nigga. Or you need a nigga to catch a nigga. In other words. Because for one, they didn't even know that terrain. Okay?
So how they came and got us?
How they came and got us. Because the Lord said they were going to come from a country far off.
You want me to get that first?
Hold on, stay on Revelation. The Caucasus Mountains up in southwestern Russia, Georgia. They came and got us up the west coast of Africa. That's a country from far off. You know what I mean? Definitely.
That's Revelations 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
The Most High said he knows our works and tribulation because we're the last fire, the first fire. You know? For one, hold on, we'll answer that.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
One second.
I can answer it, brother.
One second, yeah.
Give me a second.
I know thy works and tribulations.
He said he knows our works and tribulation because we built this whole country. Definitely.
No credit.
But we get no credit.
Nah.
We get no retribution for it. We get nothing for it, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
and poverty.
And poverty. We're poor. Those Jewish bastards are rich. They run the monetary the IMF, the international monetary fund.
Yeah. So that already don't fit them.
No, that's the
description right here.
no.
All right.
Go ahead, brother.
But thou art rich.
We are rich. How are we rich? So we have the kingdom of heaven. We have the mercy of. We have the mercy of the Most High, and we also have the law, statutes, and commandments, and the adoption, and the service. We have everything of the Most High. No, I know he's the devil.
But let me finish real quick.
Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are the Jews.
Now, who do they say they are the Jews? Those Jewish bastards over in Israel. He said he know the blasphemy. The blasphemy is the filthy, wicked lie. Go ahead.
Who say they are Jews and are not.
And are not.
But are the synagogues of Satan.
The Most High said they are the synagogues of Satan. What people you know today go inside a building and pray? The Most High said we want to go inside buildings and pray and worship idols. Those Catholics do. Those Jews do. Matter of fact, they go to a damn wall and then, but it goes deeper than that. That's a sexual act what they're doing, but I'm not gonna go too deep.
Oh my God, yeah.
I ain't gonna go too deep into it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Even the structure.
Yeah, exactly.
The minorities,
exactly.
The obelisks, the
Exactly. You know it.
That's how they're doing. They're worshiping sexuality.
When you wear a tie, you worshiping the penis.
Yep.
You know what you said about the white
corporate structure.
Yeah. Do you know the word double means though? All right, the word double means. I'm just asking because I don't know if you know or not. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point I didn't know, brother. You know. The word double means deceit. It comes from the Latin word double. Now, how can I say the white man is the devil? They deceive the whole world into believing that how it looks like this. You have Muslims that have these pictures in their house. You have Chinese people that have the pictures in their house. You have people down in South America that have these pictures in their house.
This motherfucker in their house.
Read this book. This is not a biblical image. That's why I say they're the devil.
We can show that to you if you want us to that.
Hey, let me see that picture behind that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this right here? Now you can find this description in the Bible.
Yeah.
You won't find this
Speak like
description in the
bride.
Bible.
Exactly. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it to you right now. It's Revelations 1 and 13. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
One like unto the Son of Man, meaning that he was in the flesh, so he was here on earth like a man. You know?
Clothed with the garment down to the foot.
Clothed with the garment down to the foot. That's why we have our message on, you know. And the Most High said, keep your laws and commandments to the best of your ability. Go ahead, bro.
Clothed with the garment down to the foot. And the girt about the paths of a golden girdle.
Golden girdle right there.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs was white like wool. That's one straight hair, like sheep's hair. Now that's one straight. He has long blonde hair like a dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's one straight, brother.
All right. Yeah, Rodrigo. What it is?
Right there. Rodrigo was here.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember he was here. And he also took his own husband to sleep with him. He committed incest too. You know what I mean?
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because he drank a lot of wine. He was a wine drinker. I mean, dealing with a stiff-necked nation. You know what I'm saying?
Israel, yeah.
So you got to drink some wine a little bit, you know.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass.
Oh, that was more about that.
If you take the penis made of brass and copper. Now that's brown. Go ahead.
Feet like unto fine brass if they burned in the furnace.
Now if you throw anything in the furnace, what color is gonna come out? Exactly. Go ahead.
And his voice the sound of many waters.
Because he spoke to a multitude. He spoke to thousands of people, hundreds of people. Okay. That's why the Most High says he's supposed to be on the corner, the highways and byways. Okay. It says wisdom cries out. She utters her voice in the street. So think about it. Why you think he had a voice in many waters? He comes to a multitude of people.
How do you know that? I'm curious. How do you know that?
We just went through it right now.
But how do you know he wasn't Chinese?
We can read through the Bible.
And we go through this.
You read Revelation or Ezekiel?
Revelation.
Yeah, good.
And Daniel, he got one in the Old Testament. How you look?
What are you trying to explore?
No, Daniel chapter 7.
Is that what you're reading right now?
Daniel chapter 10.
Revelation.
How do you know he wasn't a woman?
You keep asking questions or taking it out.
I just got here. I just asked you.
That's the man who's asking the question. The Most High said that the woman is silent.
Okay.
No, 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 23.
Yeah, that's spiritual gifts, what you're talking about. And what you mean
1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 4.
Women were meant to keep silent in that time period. It's no longer like that. We don't follow the law of Moses.
The Most High said there's nothing new underneath the sun.
There is nothing new.
Exactly. So,
some of the biggest changes in this world came from women.
Right.
Some of the biggest changes in this world came from women. Half of the healthcare, half of everything.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. Let your woman keep silent.
What he say?
In the church.
Let your woman keep silent
In the church.
in the churches.
Now hold on, wait a minute. Now I have a question for you. I have a question for you. I have a question for you. What is the church?
We're actually having church right now.
Exactly.
Okay then, so this is the church. Keep quiet. You just cut yourself. Just be quiet.
I'm not trying to cut myself.
No, but what
How do I learn without speaking?
See, right now, I'm talking to a man, and you have a woman interrupting. It's order. Okay? You have the Most High, his son. I don't see you back up for one. She's facing smoking.
Whoa. Mary gave birth to Jesus. She was a woman.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Women hold a lot more power.
No, they don't.
A woman gave life to you.
No, the Most High gave me life. The Most High gave me life. Matter of fact, the woman came after the man.
You know that.
For one, the man
If Rosa Parks had kept her mouth
the
shut,
man
you
plants
wouldn't
the
be where you
seed.
are.
The woman's an incubator. You just hold the seed and you take care of my child. That's all the
That's
woman
why
does.
the Lord got destroyed this
That's why the
place.
Lord
There's
got
no order in
place.
it.
There's no order in it.
Women
man.
has authority over the man. That's wicked,
and the
man.
scripture said the woman, he said, I suffer not a woman to usurp authority over the man. Matter of fact, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3, man. And look, he's not even a man. He letting his woman talk over him in front of him.
Everything.
Are you serious?
Verse 3, chapter 11, verse 3.
3, man. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is who the word is going to be called Christ.
Which is Yahweh.
Okay, Yahweh. Go ahead.
And the head of woman is the man.
Say it again.
And the head of woman is the man.
Just one more time, please.
And the head of woman is the man.
That's a route. And that's the Bible. We didn't make this up ourselves. The Most High just told you, and that's order. Why you think she can run her mouth? Why you think the Most High said, let the woman keep silent, that he knew this was going to happen? I mean, seriously though, and he's not even a man himself. He letting her run her mouth. She came up to us. We are men. You gonna let your woman run up on us, men of the Lord, and ask her questions? She should ask you, can I go ask her? Did you not hear me ask him?
And she talking about how can she learn, right?
How can she learn?
All right, this 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
All subjection. Go ahead.
But I suffer not a woman to teach, no authority over the man, but to be in silence.
That's out of the Bible, man. That's out of the Bible. That's 2 verses we got where he said, let the woman stay in silence. Why is that?
For Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Who was first formed?
For Adam was first formed, then Eve.
And the woman was going to make to be a helpmeet for Adam. Okay? That's it. Now don't get me wrong. Now when a man and a woman have sex, that's a marriage. So they become one body. And whatever you do to yourself, you're not gonna do to your woman. Indeed. But when you come out of order, I'm gonna put you back in order. Thus saith the Lord. You know what I'm saying? How y'all brothers doing, man?
Where y'all get down at, man? Where y'all eat at? Y'all in the area with?
No, actually, we come right here, brother. You know what I'm saying? The Most High put the spirit on us, man. It's gonna wake up our people, man. Because according to the Bible,
I have an appointment at 7, guys.
All right,
man.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Yeah, always, man. All right. According to the Bible, man, we are the Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We the real Jews. You know, like we're not Africans. The people over there, like the Israel, the Jewish people, they claim to be the Most High people. Exactly. They come into play until 1500. And check this out though. They call themselves Jewish. The ISH at the end, the prefix in the suffix means to pertain to or to be like. Now you a grown man. I'm just using that knowledge. You a grown man. I could be saying you acting childish. I'm not saying it's a child, right? But for them to say they Jews, they're letting you know we're not the real Jews. Because we don't take another man. Another man's heritage.
Revelation.
Yeah, and then this is Jeremiah. The word Jew comes from the Hebrew word Judah. That's where you get Jew. So when you saying Jew, you're just saying this right here. J-U.
And the reason why they call it Jews because if you, back in the times when the kingdom was split, you had Judah, you had Israel, you know, the upper kingdom, upper kingdom and lower kingdom. And we had Benjamin, Levi, you had Judah at the top of Israel, which is the lower kingdom. And whenever they would come, they didn't know how to distinguish which tribe was from. They just called them Jews. So you know, back then, at the time when the one who even calls Christ came, you only had Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. The other tribes were already across already on the other side of the earth. You can find that in the Apocrypha. The word gets took out of the Bible, you know. That's what the word Apocrypha means, hidden book. So the Apocrypha talks about Alexander the Greek. I ain't gonna call him the Great. Alexander the Greek talks about the Ptolemies. It talks about even talks about the Lacedaemonians, the 300. People who were taking 300, they were up. They were Jews. Think about it. You gonna think 300 white people gonna take over the whole army? No. The word Israel means principality. It means because of God. So the word God means power. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Well, we've been raped, robbed, and murdered for 400 years, but after all that, we still come under the power. For 400 years, you think we really knew what you think we had the mentality to come out and make the cotton gin, the street lights, peanut butter, refrigerator? Hell, the so-called black women made the astronaut suit, so they dumbass can go out there. I don't know why they out there for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got without us. That was Jeremiah 14:2. Yeah. About the Jews. I told you the word Jew comes from the Hebrew word Judah. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish.
Right.
They are black unto the ground, and they cry Jerusalem is going up.
Now those Jewish bastards, they claim to be from the tribe of Judah. Okay, I'm from the tribe of Judah, right? But the scripture just said that Judah are black. So that's that right there is a strike to you. And hold on, matter of fact, I got another precept in here real quick. I want y'all brothers to hear real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 22. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. So therefore, them bastards over there, they pale-skinned people. Matter of fact, when they came to this land, the Indians called them the pale men.
White devils.
Matter of fact, when you see somebody say, you look pale. When the Most High struck Aaron with leprosy, not Aaron, Salaki, we used to struck Miriam with leprosy. Aaron said, let us not be as one who is half dead. That's in the Bible. They look half dead, man. They look like raw chicken.
Revelation.
We look well done. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? The Most High in your ministry. That's how much you hate.
Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them the synagogues of Satan, which say they are the Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
See, that's why we Revelation. That's why we going to this. Give me that's good. See, the reason why we in slavery because the Most High said, he said despise not the chastisement, because the Lord chastises who he loves. See, the other nations, he don't care if they go up. He don't care if they kill each other, commit homosexual acts, or even people in the He chose us out of all the people on the face of the earth to be a particular people unto himself and to kill these people. Matter of fact, I'm going to get a bunch of that real quick. Just to show that's what you're saying, everybody's equal and everybody's the same. But the Most High killing these people and set us apart from everybody. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. Now, holy means to be separate. What makes us separate from the nation is that the whole nation is earth that was given the law, statutes, and commandments. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Like I said, he made all of these. That's how you know who chose people of the Most High. Matter of fact, they going to finish the basketball game, but who doing it on the Who doing back to the air between their legs? You know what I'm saying? Who's scoring 81 points a game? You feel me? Who getting 6 basketball championships in 10 years? You know? We balling, man. Whenever you look at the boxing ring, you always see Judah. Ephraim, Judah is the Negroes. Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. Or like Manasseh, the Cubans. You the man want to do that. Or Issachar. So we're above all the nations. Ain't nobody compete with us.
Deuteronomy 14, verse 2. For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations that are upon the earth.
Above all nations that are upon the earth. So that lets you know that everybody can't be saved, and the Most High is not dealing with everybody. Matter of fact, that the Most High is not dealing with everybody. Right here. Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. That's what makes us holy, because he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. He hath not dealt so with any nation. Ooh, that's a cut. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Better yet, in other words, with that being said, if they knew that they were going into slavery, if they knew that the Most High is going to destroy this place with thermonuclear destruction, if they knew that they the so-called white man is going to be obliterated for 1,000 years in heaven, they wouldn't have done what they did. That's how you know that the Most High didn't give these laws, statutes, and commandments to them first, and that they don't know the judgments at all. But we do, because the Most High is waking up his people. Y'all need people too. Like, for instance, what is your father, by the way? You don't mind his race. Black, cool. You from the tribe of Judah. I can ask you, brother, what's your father? Black too. Y'all from the main tribe. You from the main tribe. That's why we catching the Most High. You from the main tribe. The tribe that King David came from, King Solomon came from, the Lord called Christ. That's the tribe we came from.
Amos 3:1. Hear this, that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families on the face of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
That's why we going through. That's why we catching the most hell out of everybody on the face of this earth. That's why we been in slavery. You know? Because if you read the book of Judges, it was times and times again after he brought us out of Egypt. Moses kept telling the people the law, statutes, and commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments. Moses passed away, his brother took us, you know what I'm saying? He became like his predecessor, as you want to say. And then after he passed on, you had that same generation that was there. And then you had another generation that came after that knew not the works of the Most High, about him bringing us out of Egypt, plaguing the land and bringing famine, turning the water into blood and everything like that. And then he kept putting us into slavery, and he was sending judges to bring us back out. He put us into slavery, they bring us judges to bring us back out, and so forth and so forth, until he got to the point that it was a fire kindled in him, and he said he's going to turn his face from us and see what I am going to do. We are in the last days right now. He's telling us to come back to him before he come back and destroy the wickedness off this earth. So he's going to put us out of leadership. We're supposed to be above all nations on this earth, man. If we are princes of the Most High power of the vast universe, that means that every nation has to give us 10% of all they have. They have to give something to us. They have to go by what we say. So the Most High is above us. You know what I'm saying? But we got to give him something and everything. They go back to Cain and Abel. So I can't kill Abel. Abel gave the Most High his best portion. So Cain wanted to give the Most High his second portion. That's why he said next time you do a little double. Don't get mad at the nation that he being righteous if you don't want to be. You know what I'm saying?
They say God for everybody, right? Joel 2:27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and I am the Lord your God, and none else.
None else.
And my people shall never be ashamed.
Now the word God simply means power. What he mean by that, and that goes back to like in the Ten Commandments they say, but it's 613. It's not grievous, trust me, it's really not grievous. It goes back to when they say he said, don't put no other God before me. Because man, us, we seeing the power of the Most High. Matter of fact, I don't mean to jump y'all. Moses was on Mount Sinai, getting the law, statutes, and commandments from the Most High for 40 days and 40 nights.